Thanks for joining us in our presentation of TimeControl Mobile. My name is Chris Vandersloot. I'm the president of HMS Software. Over the next few moments, we're going to show you how time control can be used on your smartphone with our special interface designed for mobile devices. HMS has been around since the early 1980s. We've specialized in enterprise timesheet and enterprise project management systems over that time. We're known in the industry for having timesheets that link to both project and finance systems. And time control has been on the market as a commercial product since 1994. So it has a long history of serving mid to large size organizations for their timesheet needs. Time control has been deployed in organizations from as small as 20 and to as large as tens of thousands of people. Some of our projects include some of the largest and most prestigious projects in the world, but whether the project is power, defense, aerospace, utilities, or whether it is IT or engineering or those organizations who don't have one large project but many small projects, HMS Software has experience in putting together enterprise timesheet and enterprise project management environments. Okay, let's turn to TimeControl Mobile. TimeControl Mobile is an extension of the current time control system. It starts with version 6.2 of time control and is available thereafter. There's nothing else to buy. It's based on the existing time control implementation you have. It's an interface into your existing time control database. So there's nothing special to do except make sure that your browser on your smartphone is pointing to the specialized interface. We've tried time control on the iPhone, on the Blackberry, on Windows 7 mobiles phone, and on Android phones. And the system works great in all of those environments. We're going to show it to you in just a moment. You can start your timesheet in your web interface or start it on your smartphone. You can continue to edit in another device. You can finish off on the PC, finish off on the iPhone, release your timesheet, going back and forth because both systems are linking into the same database and the same application at the same time. Some of the features included in the special time control mobile interface, including the ability to log in as yourself or as an alternate. You can see both the timesheet list and the entry views. We've included support for user-defined fields, so if you have to add user-defined fields as they're defined for your timesheet, you can enter your values for those in your timesheet. You can create a timesheet right in the mobile device. You can edit an existing timesheet, whether it was created on mobile or on the web, or delete a timesheet. You can edit, add, or delete lines that are part of your personal preload or part of your resource preload, or you can start a blank timesheet and add lines that way by selecting the project and the charge code and rate code that you require. If there are automated validation rules in your time control environment, they will appear also in Time Control Mobile. And remember, the system is integrated already with your existing time control system. So there's no reconciliation, no import, export, moving data back and forth, and nothing to install on your mobile device. All you need is the URL and your regular login. We've tried a number of different devices, and we're going to show them to you in just a moment. But all of the more current smartphone browsers should be able to run time control just fine. There's a few things that are not there that you might have thought might be in the system. Remember, this is not a full transfer of all of the functionality of time control, which is a rather extensive system, into the mobile device. We're really trying to get the timesheet entry into the mobile device so those people who are on the road or moving between one location and the other can add to their timesheet or create a timesheet, or even if they're a supervisor, release a timesheet from their team directly on the mobile device. So you won't find things like expense entry, updating your project estimate to completes, reporting, or any of the administrative functions like modifying tables or anything like that in Time Control Mobile. Okay, enough talking about it. Let's take a look at the system working on a Blackberry and an iPhone. Okay, let's take a look at Time Control Mobile, and we'll start off taking a look at Time Control Mobile on a Blackberry Bold. In this kind of view, we can scroll up or down in the timesheet list. I've logged in as Gail Robinson. Gail is an individual in Time Control. And you can see that by just using the trackpad, we can move around the list. TimeControl Mobile always starts off in the timesheet list view. We can resort this list just by clicking on one of the headers to show the timesheets by period or by employee if you're a supervisor. But we can add a timesheet very simply by clicking down on the Add button. And TimeControl will ask us when we'd like this timesheet to be for. We can copy from a previous period if we like. In our case, we'll just say, no, give me a regular timesheet. And the timesheet will arrive as defined for Gail. That will include any preloaded charges, any charges that come from Gail's personal preloads. It may include charges that came from a copy if we were copying from a previous timesheet. TimeControl looks to see what the definition is for Gail and then loads her timesheet the way that it is established for her in her definitions. The timesheet entry displayed right on the screen regardless of where you are. We're going directly back to your original timesheet data to be able to show that on the mobile device. And we can see here that we're looking now at a list of the charges that have been predefined for Gail with whatever was in them. And I'll just go back to the top, and we can edit any of these lines now. We'll start off with this one right here on the first row. And we can go edit these items to put in whatever information we like. So if we had 4.5 hours, followed by 4, and another 4 hours. We enter our information in TimeControl Mobile as a decimal. TimeControl on the web has other options, but this makes the screen real estate a little easier to manage. So it's that simple to edit lines. We can see the totals down at the very, very bottom of the screen, or add additional lines if we wish. We can select from a project and a charge, add as many lines as we wish, and when we're ready, we can release this timesheet for approval. Are we sure we want to release? Yes, we are. This goes directly up to the supervisor for Gail. We can delete blank lines. We can send an automatic notification if there is one, and TimeControl will update that for us. It's now been released to Gail's supervisor, Tom. And Gail is done with her timesheet. She'll get back the entry level, and we'll see that the status of this timesheet is released. It's that easy to enter your timesheet in TimeControl. You see the status is released for this period. It's that easy to enter your time in TimeControl and to send it off for release. If there was an automated validation rule problem, Gail would be informed immediately and could update her timesheet. So that's it for TimeControl on the Blackberry, but that's not all. Now we're taking a look at TimeControl in an iPhone. And we get the same kind of display except in a different device. Now we're using the iPhone browser to take a look at Tom Logan. Tom is the supervisor for Gail, whose timesheet we just entered and released. And as a supervisor, Tom probably wants to take a look at this timesheet list sorted by period. And in fact, not by the oldest first, but by the most recent first. So we'll click twice on the period, and we see there's the timesheet that we just entered a few moments ago. And Tom, from this screen, he doesn't even need to go into it if he doesn't want to, can release this timesheet, or he can go and take a look at this timesheet to see if it's what he wants to see. From here, he could release it or reject it directly. Now, we're looking at it in portrait mode, but we can also flip the phone on its side, and TimeControl Mobile will resort itself to be able to show us this information in landscape mode. And so, oops. We're now looking at that information in landscape mode so that we can see, scroll up and down as we wish. Now I can go in to look at that timesheet and say, yes, I want to release that for approval. And it will go, in this case, to posting. That's the next stop for this timesheet. And we don't need to delete any blank lines, I don't think. And TimeControl now releases this. It's Gail's and has now been released to posting. So that's the status of this timesheet, is it's now in approval mode. And we can see that by going back to the list, still in portrait mode, and seeing that the status of that timesheet, we'd have to go back to change the periods. It's now owned by posting. Its status is released. This timesheet is complete and its cycle is over. All done from a mobile device. Now, if there's something more that the user wishes to do, they can go into the regular web-based version, and this information will still be there. Or they can log out of Time Control, go straight back to the login screen, and Time Control Mobile session is over for now. Finally, if we look back here at our regular Time Control screen, we're here as Gail Robinson, and we can see there's the timesheet that we created in the mobile device. We can go right back to Time Control to see the information that we created, edit anything that may be required, add in estimates to complete, or add in expenses if it's still in draft mode. In this case, we've already posted that timesheet with the entry that we made. So that's Time Control Mobile, already linked into your existing system. Nothing to install, nothing else to buy, working in an iPhone or Android or Windows 7 Mobile or a Blackberry, any of your more common browsers. Remember, Time Control Mobile is part of the regular Time Control. It's an extended aspect of Time Control, and Time Control comes with a lot of other features. It's got a web interface, it's got a flexible architecture, it links to multiple project management and ERP systems. Time Control is most famous for being able to do multiple things at the same time, used by payroll to update the payroll system, used by human resources to update vacations and time off, used by project management to update project management systems like Microsoft Project or Primavera, and by finance to update job costing for a wide range of requirements. You can find out more about Time Control by going to the timecontrol.com website. We have links with Time Control to numerous other systems, and your data from Time Control Mobile, of course, comes straight into Time Control, and then can update all of these systems, whether it's finance or project management. HMS has been around for a long time, and we maintain a number of technology alliances. You may know some of our clients by some of the logos here, or by name in a wide variety of categories. Time Control is in use all over the world by hundreds of organizations and hundreds of thousands of users. We've also got a wide range of dealers in countries all over the world. So there's someone likely near you who will be able to help you with your Time Control implementation and let you understand a bit more about how Time Control functions. If you'd like more information about Time Control, go to timecontrol.com. If you'd like to find out more about the mobile option, then you can go to the timecontrol.com/timesheet/mobile section, where you'll be able to see some screens and see other details about the interface. If you're interested in contacting HMS Software, we're on the web at hmssoftware.ca or by email at info@hmssoftware.ca. Thanks for your time today.